Hello, welcome to Primer and Co's Terminology Tuesday, where we try to cover some of the simpler terminology that some new shooters can get confused with. If you're an experienced shooter, a lot of this may seem obvious to you, but for a lot of new shooters and even some experienced shooters, maybe this will help out. To start off, these guns are empty. They've been cleared, so they're all safe to handle here. Today, what we're going to talk about is safeties. And when we talk about safeties, they fall into one of two categories. You have active safeties and passive safeties. So to start off with, an active safety would be something like they typically are thumb activated, either on the frame or on the slide. This, on a 1911, you have a thumb safety that you just move up and down. When it's in the up position, it prevents the trigger from being pulled and it prevents the hammer from falling forward. So we call these active because it takes some extra effort by you to do. In this case, using your thumb to flip that up and down. On the flip side, you have passive safeties. So in a striker-fired gun, there's nothing, preventing you from pulling the trigger except for this little blade here that if your finger's not on the trigger completely across, that prevents it from being pulled back. But getting your firing grip, getting your finger in there allows you to pull the trigger. We call them passive because it's something you would be doing anyway. You have to pull that trigger back, so it's just part of the regular firing process. The 1911, like this, does have a passive safety in the form of a grip safety. So if I don't have anything on that grip safety, I can't pull the trigger back. But getting my natural grip and how I would shoot this pushes that grip safety down and then allows the trigger to be pulled. Each of these has its own pluses and benefits. Most single action guns like this will have an active safety, whereas typically the double action only polymer guns, striker fired guns, will have just passive safeties. These are all as far as external safeties. There are different internal safeties that different manufacturers put as far as drop safe or not. We won't go into that today. This is just as far as when you were to, say, pull a gun out of a holster, what steps need to be involved in shooting that. And with a passive safety gun, it's pretty much the natural things you would do to fire a gun. Whereas an active safety, you would be carrying this gun cocked and locked, so the hammer back with the safety up. So when you draw this gun, you will have to push that safety down before you use it. Again, like all things with firearms, there's pluses and minuses to both. They shine in certain ways and they're downsides in certain ways, but it just kind of depends on what job you have for them. I hope this helps answer your questions on safeties. If not, please feel free to comment below and or give us a private message or an email, and we'd love to help you more. Have a great day.